Hello, my friends. How are you? I am a tad bit early. I just want to make sure I get onto the correct page and making sure my live shows up. Okay, I believe I am here. Oops. And I forgot to mute you. Hey, Jason. How are you? I'm a tad bit early, guys, so come on in and say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm excited to do today's project. Hello, everybody. Hey, Rebecca. Okay, so you guys, some exciting news. Well, we're waiting for some people to join in. Oh my God, exciting news for demonstrators. We got to register for our On-Stage at Home event yesterday. It's our virtual crafting event. Well, it's virtual this year and the past couple of years, but it's going to be this November. And it's Hey Christine, and it's a fun event that we get to do every year. It is going to be this November, and we get to see sneak peeks of the new catalog, play with some of the new products. It's so much fun. So if you guys are interested in joining us, I would love to have you join the Tender Loving Crafter family. It's actually a great time to join this month, you guys, because along with the product that comes in your kit, you get to pick that extra bundle. And the extra bundles that you get to choose from are actually in the celebration, back of the celebration catalog. There's so many bundles to choose from. This is such a great deal. So check that out. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I have an amazing team. We have a wonderful time crafting, supporting each other. We just have a blast. We're part of an amazing community. We support each other. We have blog hops, and it's just so much fun. Hello. Hey guys, we're just a few minutes early. So yeah, I would totally love to have you part of my crafting family. But yeah, that was some fun times. We're all registered and ready to go come this November. Hello, Heather. Hello, Chrisanne. Okay, you guys, I think we might be at the top of the hour. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome for those joining me, and welcome back for those who are returning. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Tammy Savello, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. I blog over at cardsbytlc.com. Speaking of blogs, this project will be on my Friday's blog. So this Friday, September 3rd, I will have this project and all the details up on that blog. So be sure to tune in on or log into that particular day. I would love for you to see my projects. That's where I blog everything. But today we're going to be making this fun witchy card using one of my favorites, the Frightfully Cute bundle. This is on page 52 out of the mini catalog, the July to August mini catalog, or July to August. Well, that was fun. July to December mini catalog, and that's on page 52. I absolutely love this bundle. It's one of my actually favorites for Halloween. I love Halloween. It's so much fun. But the Frightfully Cute stamp set comes with cute little sayings, less trickin', more treatin', which way to the candy, you're so sweet, it's scary, baddie for you. Comes with coordinating dies, and the spiderweb alone is so cute. A cute tag, a witch's hat, a circle. We're going to be using the fence today in today's project, the tree, the tag, and the circle for the moon. So scenery guys or scenery cards really intimidate me, but I actually had fun really creating this. I had fun blending, I had fun embossing. We're going to be diving into blending art with our amazing blending brushes, and I'm going to show you a fun technique, or an easier way I should say, to blend your projects. My friend Patty Bennett showed me an amazing tip, and I think you're going to find how easy it is and how smooth the background turns out with this technique that I'm going to show you today. And we're going to play with the heat emboss. So if you're new to card making, heat embossing is actually one of the very first things that I played with like 15 years ago. I was absolutely hooked on embossing for the first time. It was like magic appearing before my eyes. Does anyone else love embossing like I do? I absolutely love heat embossing. Who are my embossing friends? So normally, you guys, I have everything already cut out and ready to go, but I thought it would be fun this time to just kind of start from the beginning, especially for my new crafters, or if you want to craft along with me. I just thought I would just kind of do it as we went along. One of the things, what was it, Jason? Oh, Jason said one of the things that got you into card making as well. Absolutely. I absolutely used to heat emboss over the stove. Okay. Well, that might be a little scary, Patty. Hope the fire department was on hand for you. So like I said, if you'd like to craft along with me, I'm going to go ahead and show you the inks that I'm going to be using today. I am using Misty Moonlight, Rich Razzleberry, Mango Melody for the moon, and of course the Memento Tuxedo Black. Now you can use any shade of blue that you want, any dark shade, any light shade. I just happen to use Misty Moonlight. You can use any shade of purple. We have Highland Heather, that would gorgeous grape, that would go well, but I thought the pinky purplish kind of gave me the more dark background. And of course I used Mango Melody. I thought it was a great combination of yellow, orangey yellow, and of course Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Let's go ahead and put those off to the side. You will also need some sort of blending brush or a sponge to do your blending for your background. Now if you don't have the blending brushes, that's perfectly fine. The sponge will definitely work just fine as well. And then of course you'll need the bundle if you want to create the same card I'm creating today. Otherwise, whatever bundle you have on hand, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to craft with. And then of course, my heat tool. My heat tool is absolutely, I love the Stampin' Up heat tool because it has the low settings for drying projects as well as the high settings that are going to be used for the heat embossing today. So it has level 1 and level 2. So level 1 to dry those projects, level 2 is a higher heat and you can emboss with. And also my white embossing powder and my Versamark. Versamark is the ink, or not ink, but the sticking device that allows the embossing powder to heat to your project. And then I keep my white embossing powder in these cute little containers that I got out of the Dollar Tree. Absolutely perfect. And it comes, and I think I picked up the little spoons at the Dollar Tree. I think Patty and I went on a shopping spree at our Dollar Tree and had fun with that. So that's where I keep my embossing. So it's all set and ready to go. see if there's any questions. Y'all are just talking amongst each other. I absolutely love that. Keep talking, answering each other's questions, because I might be missing a few questions. If you could hold off your questions till maybe after the live, I'll try checking the as I go along. But when I start blending, I kind of get caught up in the project. So you all just talked amongst each other. I'll keep checking comments, but if I miss something, bear with me and I'll catch your question at the end. So the cardstock I'm using today is basic black and basic white. And normally, like I said, in the past, I've had everything cut and ready to go. But again, I thought it would be fun to just cut along and craft from the beginning. So we're going to go ahead and start off with trimming our paper. Pull out my paper trimmer here. Absolutely love my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. It has the cutting tool and the scoring tool all in once, so it makes it all easy. And we are going to do a side fold today. Usually I do top folds, but I just wanted to just do a standard card. So you're going to hold your paper horizontally and line it up at the 5.5 mark, and you get 2 cards out of 1 piece of cardstock. Love it. Either way, whether you do it cutting at 4 1/4 or at 5.5 mark. And then I'm going to go ahead and score it at 4 1/4, or you could just fold it in half. And I can see that I have fun embossing powder all over the place. But hey, what craft room is not complete without embossing powder flying everywhere, embellishment backings flying everywhere? So go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to bring in my basic white, and I don't know why I pulled the trimmer away because I still need that. And then I'm going to cut 2 pieces of basic white at 4 by 5 1/4. So line that up at my 4-inch, and then 2 pieces at 5 1/4, because that makes the perfect mat. You go down 1/4 of an inch, makes it the perfect matting, all equally aside. And 1/4. There we go. Those pieces are done. And I'm going to actually go ahead, before we get started on blending this background, I'm actually going to do the inside of the card and get that done and out of the way. So I chose to use the Happy Halloween to You along with the cute little spider. And then what I did is I took my black Sharpie and just kind of did a line and straight down like that. And I finished it off. Do you guys remember last week when I was doing the penguin designer paper that's out of the celebration brochure? Well, I thought this was a cute little piece to use for the inside of the card because it was purple. It matched the background of the front of the card, as well as it had the cute little, they're snowflakes, but honestly, they kind of look like stars as well. So I thought that would be fun to just finish off the inside of the project. So let's go ahead and stamp that first before we get started on the masking for this and the blending. Bring in our basic white, and I used the Happy Halloween to You, my Tuxedo Memento black ink. Stamp down, center that. Voila. And then of course I'm going to bring in my spider. I hate spiders, but we're just gonna add that in there for effect because, I mean, it's Halloween, right? Oops. Well, here's a little tip, guys. I got a little zealous of adding the ink to that, so it got on my thing. So guess what? That's why we have 2 pieces. Or, better yet, flip that bad boy over. Although it is kind of, you can kind of see through that. I'm just going to go ahead and bring in a whole new piece. Gotta have that. So let's just go ahead and redo that. We're live, folks. We're amongst friends, right? There we go. Let's try that again. And I'm going to bring in a baby wipe really quick and clean off that edge. And let's just try that again. Charlotte, yeah, Charlotte the spider. Charlotte loves me. Okay, Amy, when you say it like that, okay, you gotta love Charlotte the spider. And the spider coming down from the Ellen Halloween. Oh, Jason, good call. Let's do that. Let's see how that looks. Oh, well, look at me. I'm just having a heck of a time making that happen. So we are going to try this again, folks. I'm so sorry. Can't even do basic stamping today. Let's just cut in a few more pieces. The spider's going to be the death of me before we even get started, right? Yep, Amy, add googly eyes and lashes. Yeah, you can certainly make a spider cute. You always do. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. And I'm going to stop looking at comments and focus on what I'm doing really quick. Go. I'm just going to kiss it just a little bit. Straight down and straight up. There we go. Well, he's just a little light, but that's okay. Jason, that is really cute. And then we're going to go ahead and add our cute little 3/4 inch by 4, same length as the inside. And of course I'm going to use my Tombow, my adhesive of choice, and I'm sorry little furry guys on the back. I'm covering you up, but that's okay. There we go. And let's go ahead and adhere that to the inside of our card, and the inside of our card will be all done. And I promise you, the blending will go a lot more smoothly. Go. And I absolutely love using Tombow, you guys, because it allows that wiggle room to line that up. Anytime if you use the Stamp and Seal or Stamp and Seal Plus, once you commit, it's already down there. But this at least allows you that wiggle room to put it in place before it adheres. So that is done. Let's go ahead and bring in our other basic white piece. And of course, put it off to the wrong side, so it threw me off. All right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. So the first thing I did was I did my little my moon. So I'm going to bring in my Mango Melody and my moon stamp, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp that in the corner, and then I'm going to mask it. And masking is something that we do when we want to have our image protected so we can blend over it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that moon in Mango Melody because I thought it was the perfect shade of yellow, orangey yellow. Hi Kathy, how are you? Okay, let's go ahead and put that down, and I'm going to do that right in the corner. That didn't quite. Let's try that again. This time I am flipping it over, you guys. I am having a mess today. Maybe it's because I'm so used to stamping at 2 o'clock and not 11 o'clock. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to angle this time anyway. There we go. And I think we're going to have, there we go. That's much better. Now, before I do the witch, I'm going to go ahead and mask, and we're going to actually blend first. So what I have is you can either, the circle die, and I just cut that circle out, and I'm going to go ahead and cover that image up. So what that does is that absolutely protects that as we're blending. Let's get our inks out that we're going to be using. Our Rich Razzleberry and our Misty Moonlight and our Tuxedo Black. So we're going to start with the Misty Moonlight. Now, when you blend, you certainly want to have a background to protect that. So, because you're going to be blending off the side. One tip that my friend Patty showed me is I actually, when you first started using blending brushes, who would use their blending brush like a scrub brush? I used to like scrub and make sure that we got that down. Well, that would always not make my backgrounds not as smooth. So Patty taught us, and I believe she learned it as well, taking your blending brush and holding it at the end and just lightly blend and as you go along. So I'm just going to tap in. Before I would like tap down and then tap off and then scrub, and it would leave these like dark spots on my blending and it wouldn't come out as smoothly and nice. So I'm going to just take this and we're just going to start off with the thing, and look, you guys, it just gives it a nice soft blended look. And it does take a little bit longer because you want to get that perfect blend, but I'm just going to go ahead and quickly blend over this. And I can actually look at comments as I do this. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask that right now. I did get a little spot right there, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and cover that up with the purples. So I'm starting off with my Misty Moonlight to get that blue down. Just kind of go over the whole piece of cardstock. Exactly, Rebecca. Same as applying makeup. Light hands are the best. And honestly, I'm learning how to hold it back here, and I feel like I have more control over the brush. Before I was like, okay, I have more control this way, but if you want that softer look and not so harsh lines, this, I'm telling you, is a golden tip. Thank you so much, Patty, for that tip. So I'm going to bring in my purple brush. And yes, I do have a different brush for every color family. Like I have a light pink and a dark pink. And our blending brushes come in a package of 3. So you get a good deal. I think it's for like $9. Package of 3. Now I'm bringing in my purple and starting to... Now I do have that mark there. I'm going to go ahead and probably cover that up with my label. There is something on my brushes, you guys, because it's leaving little flecks. But hey, you're not going to have every blend will not be the same. Every blend will be unique. And then before I come in at the bottom with the black, I'm going to go ahead and lift my mask and see how that protects it, but it left a little bit of a ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line that back up with my masking and then go back in and just kind of cover that up, blend that out. And you will see a slight ring, and that's perfectly fine because moons have all shades, white, yellow. Absolutely, Rebecca, it needs to be whimsical. Come in. There we go. Maybe a little bit down here in the corner. Cover that up. I believe my moon is all protected. Yeah, that looks good. So let's go ahead and do this bottom part here with the bring in the black. What are you guys thinking so far? Does it look good? Oh, it does give it a 3D ring. Okay, well, it does have a slight hue on the 3D ring around that. Absolutely, and I think that's probably why the die cut doesn't quite 100% blend up, match up. Now I'm getting some black down here just to kind of give it that more spookier look. You can use grays, but the black seems to work just fine. And this is a newly inked pad, so I think we're good there, you guys. Let me maybe put in a little bit more blue here in the middle. Okay, I think my blending background is done. What do you guys think? Do you like it? And this will all peer up with adding the fence and the cat and the tree. But see what I'm saying, guys? You have more control and it gives it more of a softer look. Just kind of blend that in. Okay, let me get these color ink pads out of the way, and then let's go ahead and bring in our little witchy poo. Stamp that funness, making sure that my ink coverage is good. Stamp down. Voila! So I went ahead and actually pre-die cut this, so you didn't have to wait for me to die cut that. So the fence, I used that black glimmer paper black glitter paper that I used last week for the penguins. I thought it would be a fun little addition, I guess, to the fence. Give it a little sparkle. And then what I did was I actually added the glitter paper to our adhesive sheets. When you have more of an intricate adhesive sheets work so much more better. You can certainly sponge like we did last week, and we're going to be doing that. I'm going to show you both ways to adhere it down, because I didn't add the adhesive to the tree on purpose, just so I could show you how a quick, easy way if you are trying to adhere down a more intricate die. I know, Letty, right? That glitter paper is my returning favorite. So last holiday season, we had this black glitter paper, and I used it on the penguins last week. So I love this black glitter paper for Halloween. And then now for the penguin bodies, so fun. Just add a little pizzazz to your project. So this is kind of like a sticker now. I have my adhesive sheet on there so good that it's not coming off. There we go. And it peels right off. And so it's like a little sticker. Let's go ahead and put that down there in the corner. And then I'm going to stamp my kitty cat really quick. Oh, you know what? Let's put the tree down first. Tree down. So another tip for adhering a more intricate die down is taking your Tombow glue, and I used my craft silicone matte sheet. Again, another staple in my craft room. It's a must. Craft sheets are the best. I took a little sponge topper, or you can use a sponge, and just dab, lightly dab, and get that adhesive on there. Get that out of the way. Boy, I got all kinds of fun little specks on that one, but that's okay. That is part of crafting. There we go. There's our tree. And we got to bring in our kitty cat. And then next I will show you how to emboss, you guys. If you're new to embossing and the magic of embossing. Got to bring in our little black kitty, our little Trouble kitty, because my black and white kitty is named Trouble. She fits her name. Although she's being very good right now. I figured she'd be meowing and jumping up on my projects right about now. So, bottom scenery is done. Now we're going to come in and show you how to emboss. So, this little frame is so cute. It looks like just kind of like those chalked things that they sell at Michael's or whatever, but I thought I was kind of giving it that chalky look. So I brought in the white embossing powder. This die cut is so cute. It's the perfect size, to be honest with you, for any type of background thing. Kathy loves the black glitter. She's used it quite a few times. Oh, and with that owl die, yeah, absolutely. That would be so cute in that set. That little owl die. Oh, and the spider web. Spider web's going to be another fun one with that black. And the witch's hat. Everything just needs to be die cut and black glitter on this one, to be honest. Let's just say everything. Okay. So when you For those of you that have not embossed before, you need a Versamark sticky ink pad, and mine's very well used. I've had this, honestly, I've had this Versamark ink pad for probably about 6 years. It goes a little bit, goes the long way for sure. Gonna bring in my sentiment. And of course my embossing folder, and then my heat tool. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I wish we still had these, but I'm going to prep my surface so it doesn't have any fly-ons, or it basically removes the static from your project. We had what we called an embossing buddy. Now a dryer sheet would work just fine, but I'm just going to go ahead and prep my surface so I don't have any extra embossing powders sticking to that when I dry emboss that, or when I heat emboss that. Bring in my Versamark and my sentiment, line that down. Now it is clear when you first, but you might be able to see that, the writing on that. But I believe I got it all on there, and a good solid image. Bring in my embossing powder. Flick that off. And see how it's kind of faded right now? And got a little bit. I think I'm going to have a little bit of an issue right there in the corner. If you have a like a small paintbrush, that's also really handy to have on hand. I just don't have one handy at the moment. Now, I don't want your little fingers to burn. Like if you were to hold this and that heat gun gets really hot. So I actually just have a pair of tweezers, crafting tweezers, and you can use, honestly, you can use a clothesline pen, anything that can hold this away from your hands so your fingers don't get burnt. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat gun. Like I said earlier, we have 2 settings, 1 and 2. So I'm going to turn it on my 2 and let that warm up. Check out comments. Chalkboard labels. Thank you, Jason. Okay. Let's go ahead and start heat embossing, and you guys will eventually see that, and I kind of turned it into an angle so you can see that magic happen where the embossing powders just melt. Do you guys see how it's turning to a brighter white? That embossing, that's where I fell in love with, you guys. The embossing powders melted down, and I did get some extra thing, but hey, it adds to the charm, correct? Okay. And there we go, you guys. It's embossed. Do you guys not see why I fell in love with the magic of heat embossing? Okay. Now, of course, we got to pop this up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And then we will add that to your card. Okay, put those puppies there. There we go. We covered up some of that mess up there. And then we just got to add this to our card base, you guys, and we're done. I'm going to go ahead and open that up because I can't line things up evenly unless my card's open. It's just the way my visual line of vision works. Oh, yes. We have these cute stars that are in the catalog, and I will show you. I just don't have any on hand. I have them on order, actually. Rebecca, that's a very good call. You could always cover up your mistakes with embellishments. That's always what we do. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about in the mini catalog. Back here, these cute stars. Aren't those fun? Those would be fun and easy to add. Oh, and also, you guys, there is little tiny stars in the die cut. So you could actually cut that out in vellum. You can cut that out in black. You can cut that out in Mango Melody. But it does have cute little stars that could be added to the project. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Fun, right? Thanks, you guys. Isn't it a fun scenery to build? I absolutely love it. So, of course, we have to do a small little giveaway like we have been. It's not quite as elaborate as the others, but I thought it would be fun to give away one of these cards. So if you would like to receive the card that we just made, actually we'll give you the prettier one, not the one that doesn't have like all the little specks and stuff like that. You'll get the less damaged card. But this week you'll receive this card that I just made using that special code word. As always, I'll be choosing my lucky winner on Friday. So this Friday the 3rd, I will choose the winner. So if you would like to be in for this week's drawing for this card, you're going to use the hashtag witch. So be sure to put the hashtag witch in the comments below, and I will choose my winner on Friday. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Chrisanne. So I want to thank you all again for joining me this week. Be sure to check out my blog for this project this coming Friday. I will have more samples over the next couple of days with this bundle. So be sure to check my blog. Be sure you come back here and see my projects for this fun bundle. I hope you join me next week for some more crafting fun. Again, I really appreciate you all for stopping by each week. I hope you're able to join me next week for another Crafty Wednesday. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and the rest of your week. I will catch you next Wednesday back at my normal time. Thanks for tuning in a little early for me today. But we will be back here next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks, guys. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.